James Baxter, owner of your own pyrotechnic company, Minnesota Pyrotechnics. How long have you been doing pyro?
For pyro, professionally since 2013. Our company is a newer company. We've only been around for 2 seasons now, so this will be our third season. It's kind of a funny story. So I was actually working for a cable company at the time. I rolled up on this guy's house, and he had a ton of fireworks in his garage, and I was like, what do you do? He explained to me that he was part of a nonprofit group, Northern Lighters Pyrotechnic. I joined them, and I shot fireworks shows for years. We worked with different PGI shows, and then we kind of just like, we could do this. And so we kind of just did our own thing. And a lot of people volunteer their time, and we just shoot a bunch of shows and have a good time.
And then you said you started Minnesota Pyrotechnics basically like 2 seasons ago. Tell me a little bit about the scope of what you guys do.
Pretty much, if it sounds cool or fun, we try to do it if it makes cost-effective sense. Pretty much if you name it, we can do it. We've had somebody call up, they want an explosion effect for a small film that they were working on for a school project, taking care of beaver dams, things like that. Just out of the ordinary, something that's fun. People will call us and like, hey, we've got our first kid's birthday party. We want to do this on the lake. Okay, yeah, we can see if we can do that for you. Or we're also a builder of fireworks as well. We've had instances where people will call us with their family remains. They want to do a celebration of life. So actually build a shell, put ashes in the shell, and then shoot them at the designated location if it's legal to shoot it there. And we're heavily involved in DMX now with Cobra and getting into lasers, getting into flame machines, spark machines, a lot more than just the pyro side of things.
What kind of special effects do you guys do?
So being a license holder in Minnesota, here you're required to be licensed with the state for indoor and outdoor. So I have a license for indoor proximate and proximate shows. I'll get calls from different companies or bands or whatever looking for somebody to be a license holder. So we've been in Target Center. We've done some drone stuff for Target, which was a drone show for the All-Stars game versus their soccer team. We do the NBA Timberwolves. So the opening entries for those on select games, we do flames for the intros. This is flames and special proc stuff. We did some stuff last year too for Hockey Minnesota. We did a national anthem, and then when the people won or the team won, we were able to kind of do a celebration within 20 feet of people. So it's kind of cool.
That's pretty wild. That's pretty unique. A really cool thing to have in your wheelhouse. Let's talk about kind of like scope and like size of shows that you've done. What are some big stage displays, maybe comparable to Sky Wars or anything like that you have experience with?
With Northern Lighters, I was a board member for several years, and then I was also part of the design team for a PGI show. The first year we did the PGI show, we introduced the tower. We had a 100-foot tower on site, which I personally climbed to the top, which was fun. We just kind of like to think outside the box for that, and we took first place that year.
If you had to take a stab at how many displays you've either assisted on or led,
I think this year will definitely break the 100 mark.
What would you say has been a favorite show?
Probably one of the first ones I ever did. It was a very unique venue in that the audience was at 360 degrees. So all the way around you, and we're right dead square in the center, and we basically had 20 launch positions in a complete circle, perfect circle. It turned out just phenomenal. It was a Pathfinder Village. The budget for that show, it was only like $7,800. It was
really nothing. Now I could tell that you definitely have a strong sense of choreography with highs and lows and being able to, not just work with the music, but really tell a story and use Black Sky to your advantage. Let's talk about venues, anything where it's just kind of like a unique setup.
Any of the proc stuff is nerve-wracking, I guess is the best way to put it. We shoot for the Timberwolf stuff. I literally have people standing underneath the basketball hoop. So they're underneath the machine. They're 3 feet from the top of it. But aside from the indoor venues, we shoot some proximate stuff at an outdoor event called Heydays, and they have an expo pit, so they have the guys going through and close range stuff. So you try not to hit the artist, somebody on a dirt bike going through, and you're trying to time it just perfectly, and you have to hit a button. We've done barge shows on land, nothing really crazy like you see on YouTube where people are going around with lawnmowers or going in helicopters or doing weird stuff like that. But it's out there.
Right, you have a license and reputation to uphold as well.
We're adding lasers this year. We just picked up some lasers that we'll have in-house instead of what we've done in the past and renting them. My hope is that we can incorporate special effects with that. We've already done the LEDs. We've already done the sparkulars, flame machines. We've got flame machines that move and go like this back and forth or shoot left and shoot right. And a lot of those we will be bringing to show a little bit different than just fireworks.
Where do you get pyro inspiration?
Most of the stuff here, a lot of it derives from Malta. A lot of the
Yeah.
cool stuff that they're doing over there, the pyro wheels, the towers, the special effects and things that they are doing over there, filters back this way. So a lot of YouTube videos from them. We attend PGI. We keep close eyes on the NFPA conventions. We do this stuff with Skywars. We've only been out there once, unfortunately. And then we work with a lot of vendors that do demos, and we keep tabs on those and help shoot some of them as well.
Let's talk about Skywars. You have attended once before. Was it just attending? Did you help out?
We worked with Marcus from Fireworks Forever, and we set up
Nice.
their display that they did the year that it was the only unlimited show, which was quite awesome. It was a great experience, and it was like, this is, the blind pyro, the different stuff that Skywars offers. Great concept, great group of people. Just haven't had time to make it back, so hopefully, so not hopefully, this is the year. So yeah,
Absolutely. Yeah, you better show up.
yeah.
That'd be pretty awkward if you didn't. Oh, let's tease your show a little bit. You've got a lot of tools in your artist toolbox with special effects. What can we plan to expect from your show this year?
Less is more. The biggest complaint I have in any pyro musical or anything else, there's a lot of what I'll call sky puke, and a lot of people do it. They just throw up a ton of product, and it's like, whoa, that's so cool. But then the music is playing in the background and it's not doing anything.
Yeah.
So you'll see a lot of stuff with ours that will be to the beat. We use all of the sky. We don't just go up and, it's going to be all levels and multi-layered and things that you're not even going to think of or seen in shows before. I know a lot of people like to use a theme. Everything you're going to see from us is a flow. We're there to entertain and to make you feel good and like, wow, that was the coolest thing I've ever seen. And that's our goal.
So a little teaser of your soundtrack choice. I saw with your previous shows, you have a big mix of genres.
And you'll always have a kid song.
Yeah?
You'll always have some sort of kid song in there. And this specific song that I'm using this year, I can guarantee you that 95% of the people in that audience have never heard before. Everybody will be looking at it and start laughing. And it'll be really cool. That's about what I can say. But
I'm excited to hear
yeah,
this.
you're either going to hate it or you love it. But I think most people are going to love it and start laughing.
I love what you said about like less is more. That's absolutely the truth.
It's definitely a dance in the sky, and it's all artistry. If you do it right, it doesn't matter if you have your budgets, let's just say numbers, $10,000, and you only use $8,000. You don't have to go get $2,000 more product and try to fit it in. If your show is perfect and it's already there, you don't need.
Very cool. I'm looking forward to seeing special effects and just different elements that you guys bring to the table.
We're definitely going to be pushing the limit this year. We're going to be shooting on Cobra, and we're definitely going to be pushing the limit, I think, of the DMX capabilities of that. There's going to be a lot.
Some fans wrote in some questions this year. Jessica Bosworth would like to know, how many people do you think are going to be on your crew?
Well, our plan of attack is to do a lot of prep work beforehand. There'll be probably 20 to 30 people helping us volunteering before we go down. I believe we're at 15 people right now that will be coming down.
Bo Domisic wants to know if you think that you'll be getting any quality sleep in August and September.
Nope. We shoot Stacy Days the first week in August, and then we go to PGI the following week. And then I am a board member, and I'm the race director for Heydays this year. So the first week of September, we'll be there. And then we have a show the second week. The third weekend, we had to do construction in between. So it's going to be a lot of fun this year. And to top that off, we moved. See that what's behind me. We're living in a pole barn right now, and we're building a house.
Does your family help out very much with your shows?
Yeah, so my wife pretty much does our invoicing and makes sure that we have the permits and all the paperwork's filled out and all that good stuff. And then typically will be our chef at the show. So she'll come out with the food, the smokers, cook for everybody.
Food might be the single most important element. That's the difference between an enjoyable time out there and an absolute.
Yeah, good food goes a long way, and it's going to be difficult because my wife will not be coming down for this one because our kids are obviously in school. Just everything that we have going on in her business and stuff, it's just not going to work out. I think one of the questions on the list I saw was who's going to have the best food, and I think we're going to come find some other groups and join in with them.
There you go. Do what you have to do to survive. Okay, last question I'll ask you, and this comes from me as a fan. So not just anyone gets to compete at Sky Wars, right? This is a pretty big deal. What does this mean for you in your pyro journey?
A lot of it is just showing people what we can do, and that all these other things that are out there are not to be scared. You know, LEDs, lights, flames, special effects, and all that, they can all complement each other. It's an honor to be able to come out and show what we can do. We don't plan to be a national company. Would it be fun to go do like a Disney show or do something like that, like on a way more national, very public stage? Absolutely, but that's really not our goal. It's just to have fun and entertain people.
I want to once again congratulate you on being a competitor this year. Even though you've got a lot going on leading up to it, I hope it's going to be worth it for you guys. I hope you guys are, feeling like you can bring your all and really push the limits.
If you haven't seen any of our shows, it is definitely going to be different for you.